Hello everyone and welcome back to Arcade Spirits. We ended with the previous episode on choosing who to take with us to the Deco Nami invite. And look, I'm all in for Teo just to get like all his scenes, but also like my mind is just like, Gavin. I'm not sure if it matters if you pick someone else to take with you. I just wanted to get all the Teo scenes. We're gonna pick Teo. If you want to know what like other options will give you, buy the game. Links in the description. Support the devs, especially with their new game. That's the first week of October. They're doing streams and stuff. Coming out with Arcade Spirits too. So if you're interested in that, maybe follow their Twitter. I'll try to remember to put that in the description. If you want to watch what I have played so far, I have Arcade Spirits playlist. And now, we choose Teo. He understates arcade social communities. At the same time, Gavin. No, Teo. We're gonna do all the scenes with Teo. As usual, Teo's by Spotlight stage. Is that what they call the stage? Not the like Showtime stage. He spent the whole day training a new dance recruit, someone I haven't seen before. Teo's been bringing in a lot of new people actually, and once they finish the song, I wait for him to join me. Another newbie to join the crew. Teo's placing a finger on her chin and gently lifts until our eyes meet. Those sparkling eyes of yours are so very observant. How I long to stare into them forever. They shine like the universe. Please, Teo. Even as caught up as I am, I need to refocus. Yeah, we can discuss that later. Over wine and candlelight? Of course. Well, I really wanted to. My place then? Swell, but I need your help with something. Oh, my sweet, why didn't you say so sooner? I've been trying. You're right, I've been babbling again. I just get so lost in your charm. Please stop. What's up? I know you're not exactly an employee of the Funplex, but you've got a talent for talking to people, and paired with your positive nature, you'd be the best. Basically, Deco Nami wants to meet with me to discuss a business venture. Hopefully a mutual beneficial one, but who knows what could happen. Deco's Palace definitely has a more extensive selection of import rhythm games, even if they lack common joystick games. They're able to afford shipping them directly rather than waiting for the cabinets to be manufactured here. But they also don't spend the time cultivating the culture around those games, nor the upkeep it takes to keep those things working perfectly. Naomi's truly spoiled us with never having to wait long for an arrow or a drum to work properly. Overall, it's not my type of atmosphere, but I can't deny the goods he's done for the genre. Some of those games you can't find anywhere else for 100 miles. That's exactly why I wanted your opinion. You've got an open and honest mind about the whole thing. I'm always happy to help in any way I can, even if I'm not much of a business negotiator. And I get to spend more time with you, so it's a win-win. Just let me know when you're ready, I'll be at my usual spot. Don't make a big deal of this, don't make a big deal of this, don't make a big deal of this. We go there, study out how the place works, then make an informed decision. One way or another, the Funplex will just be fine. It's going to be fine. Everything's fine. Teo offers to drive us across the town to Deco's Palace. Contrary to talk before, we don't exchange many words. I'm deep in thought, running through all the possibilities of what could happen, and I can't shake this feeling. Something is off. Even looking at the glowing neon temple in the distance, my stomach knots and I feel uneasy. When we finally pull up, a valet takes the car, and glitzy blinking lights blind our eyes. Hesitantly, I look over to Teo. That smile reassures me enough to continue onwards. This is for me, my friends, and the Funplex. I got this. I pause momentarily, inhaling the cool air around me, and then open the door. Deco's Palace. I've actually been here before. I think my 6th birthday party was here. I barely remember it, but I think I had fun. Maybe? But on entering as an adult, my first reaction is okay. My first reaction is, boy, is that a weird smell. A mix of chicken grease, beer, and sweaty kids. My second reaction is, geez, is it lousy. Visually noisy and sound type noisy. All the chaos of a Vegas casino, a jumble of light and bells and whiz-bangs. Once we accumulate to the new environment, we're escorted in and given VIP royal value swipe cards. No tokens, no quarters, just a card of indeterminate points to spend. We've got a little over an hour to kill before the meeting. Time to see what's at the palace. Oh wow, I forgot how overstimulating this place can be. There's so much to do and so little time to see it all. They've got entire sections for rhythm games, racing games, and fighting games. What a waste to not want to invest in these great arcade communities. Community is the most important part of any arcade. It probably doesn't bring in enough money, or how to have you tried Showtime stage events here? Community is the most important part of any arcade. If there is anything I've learned from being event manager at the Funplex, is that community is the glue that holds the arcade together. Those words are music to my ears, Antonio. I'm so happy you've supported my crew thus far in all our events. If you end up going with Deco's proposal, you have to promise me to keep the communities happy. I promise. I heard through the grapevine that they have the newest Snap and music game here, and I'm just itching to get my hands on it. It's over near the Fist of Discomfort tournament. See you there, or I'll meet with you after I get my groove on. Okay, some time to kill, but not that much time to kill. I'll need to be choosy. What do I want to check out? While waiting for my dinner date with Destiny. Let's get a drink. I'm thirsty as heck. I want to see what sort of games they have. Sounds like a tournament's going on. Let's watch. Let's watch that. Because that's pretty much the like community-based thing, right? From the sounds of it, there's a big tournament running in the dedicated esports section near the back. I wander through the games to join the crowd. Okay, I'll admit to being impressed. They've got no fewer than 10 Fists of Discomfort machines, all of them occupied by players in pro team jerseys and jackets. The crowd's red hot, cheering on their heroes as the back and forth resourceful battle of the world's most popular fighting strategy game plays out before them. Although the banger hanging above it all does make me shudder. Deco's Palace presents the Choco Energy Max Power Quench and Pizza Yum's Friday Night Fisting. Oh my god.
When you have pizza on a bagel.
See? Even these gamers know that when pizza's on a bagel, you can... Oh god, please no. I haven't had one of those in weeks, not since I started being able to afford real food. You just don't appreciate the sublime majesty of combining two of the greatest bread-related snack products into one hybrid masterpiece. Hang on, I sense a disturbance in the crowd. What was that? Heck. I always going to say heck for that. I call hacks, I guess that's what that means. You cheater. Two competitors step away from their games, start shouting and shoving each other. I hope this doesn't escalate. And now it's a full-on fight, like an actual awkward grapple and punch fight. Yeah, kick his ass! Oh my god, I love their whole thing going on. Don't take any of that heck from him. Destroy that mother hecker. Violent altercation detected. Do you want me to call emergency services? Deco Palace has security guards. They should be able to handle this. The two gamers both fell wildly at each other. One swing actually makes contact, blood dripping down the corner of his mouth. Any second now. Except the people with black shirts that have security printed across their chest just stands there letting it happen. No one is doing anything to stop this. The crowd is eating it up, feeding off the cutthroat energy. Only after half a minute of this nonsense does the security actually step in. Much to the crowd's dismay, the two angry gamers are still cursing and kicking as they finally are pulled apart. Wow, tough crowd. This isn't how you run an event. Tournaments are supposed to be a healthy amount of competition, not a copious conglomeration of combativeness. This is unacceptable behavior, and I'm wholly disheartened by the lack of esportsmanship. If this is what massive corporate sponsorships looks like, I'd gladly stick to the smaller local fair. The Funplex sponsors your events is the same thing, or I much prefer the atmosphere of your dance-offs to this, or what dance event at Deco's Palace even look like. What's a dance event at Deco's Palace even look like? We're gonna go basically. Have you ever attended a dance competition at Deco's Palace? Is it anything like this? It's nothing like yours truly puts on at the Plex, but they're still 100 times better than this scene. No fist fights on the stage, but still a severe lack of community. Most people come here for the guts and glory, not to make friends. Ugh. Being around all this violence is giving me some mad anxiety. Text me if you need me. Okay. Okay, what next? Let's get a drink. I'm thirsty as heck, or I want to see what sort of games they have. What would getting a drink be like? Is it important? I can't do it all. I can only pick one of these. I just noticed the carpet. The carpet is great. Has the Deco Nami crown on it. I want to see what sort of— wait, you know what? Let's get a drink. I'm thirsty as heck. Let's go with the probably the option that a lot of people don't choose. I know I've got a big old dinner coming soon, but this place is sucking that moisture right out of my body somehow. I slide up to the bar looking to wet my whistle and maybe get a snack too. A fairly bored-looking bartender notices my approach and puts on a fake smile for my benefit. Welcome to Deco's Palace. How may I help you? Alcohol will require proof of identification. Rattle off in an even monotone by someone who gave up caring years ago. I enjoy a beer as much as the next guy, but I think I'll stay stone cold sober before butting heads with Deco Nami. Yeah, hi. Can I get a diet soda and some fries? Uh-huh. Are being made to wait a lot. Do you want me to play some recorded music? Studies showed it helps with long waits. Wondering what the holdup is, I try to find the bartender again despite the elbow-to-elbow crowd. There we go. He's busy chatting with some teenager, probably another customer. Hey, excuse me? Quickly, the customer mumbles something and takes a small object, a USB drive, from the bartender and notices me looking. Sorry, I had a thing to do. I'll get out of your way. Sorry to bother you. What was it you wanted again? Diet soda, french fries. Coming right up. I'm worried he's going to vanish from the face of the earth again, but soon he's back with some pre-prepared fries and a bubbly soda. Okay, how many points does this cost? Points are just for games. Cash or credit, or payphone. Or phone pay. Blech. I absently wave my phone in his direction. Money for you, ka-ching! Right, time to sample this appetizer. Is it yummy? Is it even edible? I guess they are technically fries? Or maybe approaching an adequate approximation of deep-fried potato snack. Want me to add that to your online review? What? No online review. Last thing we want is to annoy Deco Nami with a 2-star report on his fried foodstuffs. I thought this place was supposed to be, you know, good food and good times, not plausible acceptable food and yet to be had good times. Huh, weirdly enough, I did research and there's not a single negative review of the food here.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I see why. Antonia, more than half of these reviews are written by bots. I can't tell the earmarks, some AI to another. There are recognizable heuristic patterns. So he stuffs his own electronic ballot boxes? Who is this guy, a tin pot dictator? Well, that's the weird thing. The site I'm checking have really good anti-bot control mechanisms, like I can't even post to some of them, and I'm super awesome. This is weird. Do you want me to look into this more? If you trust me to, I mean. Sure, why not? Dig around a bit, or let's not, it's too risky. Well, we know that it's a thing, so we could probably check it later if it ever comes up, if the game lets us anyway. But right now, let's not. It's too risky. I'd rather not have you trip any alarms and get us thrown in federal prison. Let's not dig any deeper. Okay, if you insist. So we're not gonna check that, but we know it's a thing. I decide to finish off my snacks and drinks quickly so I can get back to exploring Deco's palace. What's next? Actually, the meeting is right around the corner, no more time to explore. After seeing a little bit of what Deco Nami has to offer, I'm cautiously hesitant. There are certainly some things we can work on, but maybe a partnership can smooth out those callous edges.
Beep beep.
Antonio, it is now 7 p.m. sharp. Deco Nami is waiting for you. Is it the time already? Time sure flies when you're having fun? Investigating? I quickly send a text to Teo before nervously wrangling. I have never had to say that word out loud. Wrangling my sweaty hands together? I let the sounds and sights of Deco's wash over me, and I retreat deep within myself. Francine comes to mind as I remind myself of what she told me on my first day.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing.
No doubt you'll find yours as well. It gives me a momentary respite, and I smile. I know exactly what must be done, and I'm going to go in there and do it. We're gonna say no. I only end up waiting a minute or two before I was reunited with Teo. Without having to introduce ourselves, the staff swoops in, anticipating our arrival, and ushers us further inside the restaurant. We are treated like royalty as they pull out our chairs for us, and we sit down at our reserved table. Amongst the families huddled around ginormous plates of pizza and chicken tenders, we stick out like a sore thumb. An actual linen cloth drapes over our table, accompanied by fancy little candles, to set the mood, I suppose. A nice bottle of champagne on ice and a carafe of cucumber lime infused water also sits before us. Deco apparently spares no expense, at least not with his special guests. I hope their food tastes better than it looks. The presentation does leave a lot to be desired, but really, how can you make a burger and stuff look fancy? Ben and Matt's simple Sammys and treats always look so delicious. Thinking about it is actually making my mouth water. We may not have a full restaurant in the Funplex, but having the whole story next door more than makes up for it. I'm going to hold off until after our meeting to seriously scarf down some delicious food, but I'll be here the whole time supporting you. Just give me the look and I'll speak up. I proudly give an awkward wink at Teo and he nods his approval back to me. Once again, the staff takes care of our needs as our food is delivered promptly. Faster than the other families seated here, who have been waiting some time judging by the expensive crayon work on the kids' placemats. Not surprisingly, we get a few side glances our way. Given how long I had to wait for my fries earlier, I'm shocked by the discrepancy. But before any of us can chow down, the man of the hour arrives. Antonio Reeves.
It's an honor to break bread with you.
Right. Likewise. Okay, so he's a bit of an over-the-top 1920X's mob boss, despite a lack of fedora. Clearly, he likes showing off his money. But still just an ordinary guy in an expensive suit. When I pictured the Grand Poobah of Deco's palace, I pictured someone more like, well, Hamza, I guess. He offers a simple smile and a nod of the head as we begin. It's a shame Miss Francine couldn't join us. I was looking forward to enjoying her sweet smile once more. But that said, I'm always happy to meet with, Teo. Mr. Teo? Just Teo. Very well.
I take it Francine has kept you up to speed and explained our prior meetings to you?
Sure. Yes, she mentioned you wanted to buy the Funplex and that she politely declined.
Always a courteous woman she is.
Yeah?
Now, I don't feel I need to waste your time with the facts and figures illustrating why Deco's Palace is and always has been the premier family entertainment arcade.
Well... Maybe because you keep buying out all the smaller competition. That probably is better.
Both of you are intimately familiar with the arcade industry. You know how things are, how they'll always be. We are the 800-pound gorilla.
That's a big gorilla. Indeed. But that doesn't mean there isn't room for smaller, more boutique affairs such as the Funplex. Interesting, maybe he does want a partnership, not a buyout?
Let me explain.
Frankly, the winds of change are blowing. Smaller arcade needs to move with the times or be swept aside. I want to help you evolve. What I'd like to propose is a change of ownership. In return for a very generous compensation package, one Miss Francine can easily retire on for the rest of her years, I could take over ownership of the Funplex to evolve it into its final form, Deco's Fun Zone. What's a fun zone?
Think about this.
A fun zone is a new concept I've been trying on some of my smaller satellite locations, a best of both worlds scenario. Honestly, the Funplex is simply too limited in size to host the full Deco Palace experience of fun, family, food, and excitement. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Instead of installing a restaurant or bar, we simply focus on your strength. Your games. You become a game center rather than a palace. We need to replace some of your outdated machines, of course, bringing it up to speed with the standards of the excellence Deco Palace is known for. But overall, I think this would be a win for all involved. And he sits back, resting his hands on the knob of his cane, smiling away. Okay, I have questions. And I have answers. Let's see if they match up. I've got concerns about your quality of service. Your tournaments seem a bit unruly. What happened to the Funplex staff? How much creative control would we have? Okay, what would happen to the Funplex staff? New management means new staffing. What about the staff we already have?
Good.
I firmly believe you have a long and storied career ahead of you in arcade management, Mr. Reeves. I've heard nothing but good things about you and from my various field scouts and contacts, including how you disrupt my attempt to secure part of the Donnawood Horde. The fact that you landed on my radar at all indicates your rising importance in our industry. You should be proud of that, but what about the others? Okay, but that still doesn't answer my question. What about the others? Well, Mr. Cooper is a capable accountant, so I'm certain he'll be welcome in the new facility. But we can hash out the staffing later on after settling the big picture questions. How much creative control would we have? Let's talk about creative control. I've been developing new sorts of arcade events, competition, other things to get people in the door. Would we be able to direct our own affairs like that? Even under a change of ownership?
Let me explain.
Mr. Reeves, obviously I value expertise on these matters and would be happy to consult with you on the best direction for the fun zone. That's not answering the question. It's a matter of branding and image. There are certain standards and practices you need to adapt in order to truly be part of the Deco family. Once you've realized that, you'll understand more of how we run these kinds of events.
Capital.
It's nothing too fucking shit.
It's nothing too onerous. And really, we need to look at the bigger picture, the chance for growth and profit.
Don't worry about such petty little things for now. Your tournament seemed a bit unruly. I saw a few players fighting over at the tournament. He laughs. Well, it's a fighting game, is it not? As in fighting with each other, with fists, in real life. I take it my crack security team intervened. Eventually, not before blood was drawn.
You understand, yes?
We take safety very seriously at Deco Palace. That includes the safety of our security workers. They're instructed not to intervene until it's safe to intervene for all involved. I trust them to make that call, and I'll note we've not a single legal action pending. I've attended quite a few dance tournaments here at Palace and hosted a number of my own at Funplex. If you're serious about this merger, I can always help. I'm sorry, you're just a player, correct? Not an employee of the Funplex? He is a special VIP boy! Well, he's not an employee of ours. Teo is the community manager of the entire Showtime stage community. He's coordinated successful events all over the country. It would be wise to listen to him if you want to see your budding communities grow. I see. Well, maybe you could bring you on as an outside consultant, let's say. There could be room. Could be. But for now, let's focus on the basics of this deal. We can hammer out specifics at another time. At another day. I've got concerns about your quality of service. I had some fries at the bar earlier. Well, I attempted to have fries, at least. It took forever to get service. The waiter was too distracted by other customers. I'd hoped that our fun zone would deliver a better service experience.
Unfortunate.
I'm disappointed to hear that. Needless to say, I'll deal with the bartender appropriately. I'm not trying to get them fired. I'm just concerned that... Yes, let's not dwell, shall we? Rest assured that we aim to maintain a high-quality experience overall. They'll be sacked. Any other concerns? Oh, what? That's all my questions? I shouldn't have asked about the bartender. I'm sorry, bartender, you can come work for us. That's all my questions.
Excellent. I suggest we shake on it and set our various lawyers to the task of sorting out the specifics.
I'm not saying yes, Deco Nami. He raises to his feet, extending a hand bristled with shiny rings to shake mine. Bristling? What the heck is that word? I have never seen that word in my life. He raises to his feet, extending a hand with shiny rings to shake mine. I wasn't sure about this deal, but was willing to keep an open mind, but everything I've seen and heard, am I really going to shake that hand? You know what? Heck you! I'm afraid I must respectfully decline, or we'd like some time to think it over, or let's do business together. I'm afraid I must respectfully decline. I purposely keep my hands to my side rather than shaking his offered hand. I appreciate your offer but must decline, or I can't do this to my family at the Funplex, or I wish you luck in the future endeavors. I appreciate your offer but must decline. You've been honest and forthright with me, and I appreciate that. Thank you for your gracious invitation this evening. However, I'm afraid this isn't the right direction for the Funplex. We're just getting started. It'd be a shame to abandon our progress in favor of a buyout. If you'd like to maintain relations, we can discuss partnership opportunities at a future date, but for now, I respectfully must decline. Deco pauses, looking me once over before slowly lowering his hand. I can feel his eyes on me. He's obviously not happy with my answer, but we followed Francie's instructions and kept it professional. There is nothing he can do but accept our answer.
Unfortunate.
I see. I suppose I should thank you for your candor in turn. It's difficult to find people in this industry willing to show respect to their elders. I'm not closing the door on the idea of a partnership, mind you, but if you'd like to go it alone for now, who am I to get in your way of that? As he raises up from his chair, he takes a deep breath in. He turns away for a split second before running back and looking me dead in the eyes.
But be aware, if we are not partners, we must be rivals.
Okay.
It'll bring me no particular pleasure, but I'm afraid that I cannot allow a rival. I am obligated to bring the full weight of the palace to bear on you.
Great, thanks. Wow, I'm so honored.
Hopefully one day you'll realize the error you've made tonight.
Teo, I'm gonna crush. It's real bad right now. Teo, I'm scared.
And as a sign of respect, your personal offer to join my empire will remain open. So you can escape the inevitable fall of your little arcade.
Oh my god. Once more, Deco turns sharply on his walking cane and walks away from the table. I'm seriously impressed you managed to fake a smile right up until the very end. I didn't think you had it in you, Antonio. My face hurts. Ooh. Oh, it's not fake. I'd like to keep good relations, even with my enemies, especially with my enemies. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, right? Okay there. Well, your smile sure did charm him and you made the right call. The Funplex is much more chill and community-oriented compared to the palace. It should stay that way. All that negotiation has tuckered me out. Shall we head back? With Deco hosting us, we don't have to worry about paying the check. We drop a quick tip on the table for the waitstaff and quickly abandon ship. We scooted at the door, and from there it's a short gaunt across town back to home sweet home. Oh my god. We're gonna stop there, everyone. If you're interested in playing the game yourself, links in the description. If you want to start from the beginning, if you just happen to stumble upon this video, I have an Arcade Spirits playlist. Subscribe if you don't want to miss the next video. Make sure to click that bell icon to turn on notifications. Leave a like if you liked it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye! And thank you to this month's patrons. If you're interested in becoming a patron, getting videos early, check out my Patreon. Hopefully I'll see you there.